Hey, everybody. All right, I'm back. I'm getting through my how-to instruction series so that you all have a foundation in what I'm going to be talking about on this channel. And so on this video, the other video was about your personal number based on your birthday. In this video will go over the universal numbers. This is the universal number. You know, what's your number? What's your vibe? The vibration of the universal number is the vibration for everybody. Whether if you're on Earth right now and you're using our calendar, that's a different that's a different subject too. If you are using the year 2021, the universal number is for you. I'll just say that. All right. So I'm going to go through the universal year, universal month, and universal day. What I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through each one, and then I'm going to come back and talk through what each number means. Why? Because these numbers are actually relevant for the entire year, and especially for the month of April. So I will be giving the universal year number and the meaning. I will be giving April 2021 number and meaning, vibration, and I will be giving the the number of the day. Okay, so I'm going to interrupt really quick. How many of y'all have watched The Wiz? I love The Wiz. Okay, remember the one of the witches at the beginning? Her name was Miss One, and she had all these numbers coming out. I feel like I'm Miss One. Okay, I love numbers, and so I'm thinking one of these days I'll put something around my hair and just put numbers everywhere or something like that. That's the next thing. Anyway, back to the lesson at hand. So the first things first. You're in the year 2021. Okay, we are here today. And like I said, the reason I started really doing this is because I needed to be present because the world had gone crazy, COVID, fill in the blank. But I needed to be present and I had to find my way back to being present. So 2021, those are all numbers. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1, or 2 plus 2 plus 1, however you want to do it, that's 5. That's it. 5 is the universal year for 2021, and I will come back with all the definitions. The next one, I love how simple this is because it really is this simple. And like I said, you'll see all the journaling prompts. I use these for journaling. So now, at the beginning of the month or right before the next month starts, I like to look at my number for the month. And I will go back over these in a second. But first, I'm going to go through it quickly so you can all see it. April is a 4. I'm sorry if these are backwards, y'all. I'm going to work on this. April is a 4. 2021 is a 5. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 is your universal month. That's it. It is the universe. It is the vibration. It is the number and vibration of the entire month. And we'll go over that because those things end up aligning with some of your days. And if you're into the astrology and all other things, all these numbers align. These numbers are universal. So the next thing we're going to go with today. Today is April the 7th, 2021. You just add all that together. 11 plus 5, or you can go across. On a different message, I'll talk through why I go down sometimes. 11 to 5, and then 11 plus 5 is 16 equals 7. A lot of 7 energy in the last 2 videos that I've done. 7 is the universal day. I've done a video on 7 being the universal day. In fact, I did 2. There's a lot of vibration and energy in today. So I've done 2 videos. Feel free to go back and watch those. Universal day. All right, so now let's go back. So now we're going to pull out the handy dandy book from back in the day because now you can still use the newer books. But for this one, I started off with the book from back in the day and I used it all the time. So in review really quick, universal year is a 5. All right. So a 5 universal year. And I'm just in the universal year chapter. This is like a textbook. Universal year, vibration of 5. A year of expansion, new interests, curiosity, change, versatility, and activity. Interests may lean toward metaphysics, psychology, or the occult sciences. A rejuvenation will be felt with better working conditions than in a 4-year period. Numerology and astrology will flourish. So those are just some of the things that go with 5. Now, to give you let me see if I have it here. To give you a different version of 5. I'm going to pull out my other book, the other book that I've been using in the other ones. And so this one goes through 5, and it gives, not that it's more up to date, because the vibrations and numbers are universal. They're timeless. They're numbers. So a 5 universal year, month or day, that's the way this book is set up. They put them together. Keywords are pivot point, decisions, risk, opportunity, surprises, change, movement, adventure, choices. Expect the unexpected. Make quick decisions. Travel. Be open to new ideas. Take a chance. Freedom. Big change in the middle of a 9-year cycle. And we're going to talk about 9 because 9 isn't part of our numbers our numbers in April that are happening right now. So, when I think of 5, I think of the pivot point, and I think of looking both ways. I'm looking both ways so that I can gather information so I can go forward. That's how I look at the pivot point. 5 is also freedom. It's also change. So if you're feeling freedom and change, and you're feeling all of that coming, especially coming out of 2020, now we're in 2021, then rock with that, go with that. You're actually really, really feeling that. And it's universal. So hopefully everyone is feeling it and they're not fighting it. That's the hardest part, is getting out of your head. So you're not fighting it. Guard against scattered energy, multitasking, not following through, restlessness, and impatience. And then some other things for advice. Embrace change as a constant in your life. Embrace change. Coming out of 2020, we know we need to embrace change. So 2021, embrace change. Freedom is the key word. I don't know what that was. Freedom is the key word for you this cycle. Be as flexible as possible. In the Air Force, we say flexibility is the key to air power. So be flexible. The element of movement is very strong. Abundance responds to fast action. And then there's more. You can read the book. I won't read the whole book to you all, but that is an example. I have multiple numerology books because when you do a study of things, you grab more than one book. So this one's really big on birth numbers. So I'll probably come back and do another one on birth numbers. And then if you're trying to do numerology and cards and stuff like that, in the tarot book, there's a whole numerology chapter. I actually used this lesson. I thought I would. I'm more into the numbers. All right, so let's go to the next one. So the next one, we just did 5 universal years. Please ask questions if you have them. Our next one is our universal month. Everyone, right, who's watching this in the month of April 2021 is in a universal month, April 21, of a 9, with the universal energy, vibration, number. What's my number? What's my vibe? 9. Okay. So the 9, the quick into the 9 is. So 9 is endings. So one, you'll get these and you just start learning them. 9 is endings. 9 is rebirth. 9 is, you're at the end of a 9. So for this would be month, so this would be a 9-month cycle. So this is a good time if you're journaling, which is the channel's all about journaling. You could look back at the last 9 months and say, okay, what did you do? Someone is probably giving birth. What did you give birth to over these past 9 months? What dreams, what ideas, what fill in the blank. So if you're in a 9 cycle, if you're in a 9 year, you would look back at the last 9 years because now you're there. If you're in a 9-month, look back at the last 9 months. That's good ways for you to do journaling. If you're in a 9-day, look back at the last 9 days. What have you learned? What have you earned? What are the lessons that you can get, and what do you want to do to go forward? That's how I use those numbers. So a universal month of a 9, completion, elimination. So get rid, once you do that review, what don't you need to be doing anymore? Let it go. Let go and let God. Okay. Progress and understanding. Hopefully in a 9, you're gaining an understanding of yourself. You're gaining an understanding of the people around you. And those are questions you can ask. I instantly go into journal brain when I do this stuff, the inner reflection of, okay, what did I learn? What do I understand better? Who do I understand better? Do I understand myself better? Okay. So that is your month. I'm not going to go on the other book, that one, because I can do it in one of the other videos. So universal month is a 9. And now really quick, I'm going to go for your universal day. I'm going to give you the quick one because I did a whole video on this one. So the universal day, April 7th, 2021. It's a 7. 7 is your universal day. I will also put more of these things in the description to make sure that y'all get those, to make sure you understand how to do the math. Now, so a 7 universal day, like I said, this book, the older one gives you the quick version. The other book gives you the long version. And a lot of numerology books, you'll find that the numbers are somewhat the same. There's a few words that are different, a few different elaborations. So a 7, perfection is the keynote. So earlier, so I like how this one said perfection, because earlier it was really, in the other book, it was real big on intuition, listening to your intuition, listening to, are you giving yourself time? This one says perfection. And sometimes you have to look at the words and see the different nuances between them. Spend a quiet day at home or in the country. So in the first number 7 video, I kind of show how I journal with the cards. And so that number 7 came from the other book, and the other book talked about getting away. And one of the cards of the day was escape. And so sometimes we can't escape. We have to find a way to escape. And when I say escape, I don't mean run away from your problems. I mean, if you can take a 5-minute meditation in the middle of the day, or take a walk, or do something like that, that may be your escape. So then you can get back to what you were doing. That's really big. I love 7 days. That's why I painted a 7. I'll show that to y'all really quick. But 7 is a big deal to me for some reason. It's also one of my other numbers. Okay, so back to the things that I love. Mining stocks may climb. This is an excellent day to drop a wheel. Like I said, this book is from the 70s. And so when it says stuff like mining stocks, I had to look that up. And I do actually now, some people use numerology for stocks, or they use the vibration, the energy of the day to say, okay, this is a great day for me to look at the stocks and invest. And I did try some of that, and it so far worked out great. So the mining stocks, I had to look up what are mining stocks, gold and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, well, what do I have to lose? I'm gonna go ahead and invest in some gold. And so I did that based off of one of these numerology things. But okay, what can I do? At the end of the day, all these things are up to you. It's up to you what you're going to use and how you're going to use them. So yeah, mining stocks may climb, and this is an excellent day to drop a wheel. Like I said, I started reading this book during Corona, and so when I first got it, I was like, wow, every time it said drop a wheel, there's a lot of things that were going on where so when it said drop a wheel, I thought, hey, what does eternity look like, and is my family safe and secure if I was to leave unexpectedly or something like that? To me, it's a great day to think about those things and do something about it. But introspection, intuition, all that good stuff. So coming to the end of this one, of your number and your vibe and how you can use it. So like I said, universal day. So universal day 7. So if you're in today, we got a few more hours left of today. The universal month. All of us are in April 2021 who are using our calendar. That's your universal month. You're in a 9 energy, 9 vibration. Universal year. We're in a universal year of 2021, which is a 5. We're in that universal year all year until 2022. I'm going to put some things in the notes. Let me know if you need something. Remember your number and your vibe. See you soon.